Okay, our article title is called Layers of the Sun. Layers of the Sun. Do you see the different layers of the sun in the picture? For our lesson, real fast, I will summarize and then we will read together as a class, okay? So first you have the core. The core. We're going to sign core like this. Then you have the radiative zone, which is right here. And that is where the energy from the sun moves. So you have radiative. The core has the energy and it moves through the radiative zone. So it goes through. Next, radiative core, radiative convection zone. Convection zone is how the energy moves through to the outer areas of the sun. So, radiative, convection. Do you see they're big letters and black and bolded? Those are the important ones you need to know. Next, this is the part we can see. It's called photosphere. So the outer areas we can see, and you can see in the picture here. And remember that word we just learned, the sun spots. That's important to know too. That's really, it's dark color, but that area is really actually colder than the other areas. That's why it's darker. So it's colder. Then we have the chromosphere. It's the part with the flames that are coming off the sun. So you have the core, the radiative, convection, then the photosphere, and finally the chromosome is the flames coming off the sun. Oh, the last one is called the corona. The corona. You will see here we can see the corona during the solar eclipse. Remember when it gets dark and you only see the outer part of the sun? That's when you see the corona. Corona. I like to remember corona, crown. It's the crown of the sun. And then on the corona is where we see the prominences come off the sun. Those are important words you need to know. Now we will go ahead and start reading. Okay, now that we've finished reading our article, I want to ask you guys a few questions. Okay, first, what are the different layers of the sun? We have the core, right? Next, the radiative zone, convection zone. Then we have the photosphere, right? The photosphere. And not finally, but the chromosome, and then we have the corona, the crown part. Right, good. So what is the difference between prominence and the solar flare? What's the difference? Right. The solar flare is just a quick fire outburst, right? It just whoop, fast and then disappears. The prominence just stays and continues. It's like a storm of fire and continues, right? Okay. Are the sunspots on the sun the same temperature as the rest of the sun? You guys remember? Right. No, it's less. It's less temperature. It's a little bit lower. The rest of the sun is hot. This is still hot, but not as hot. Good. Okay. Now, what are some fun things we learned about the sun today? Yeah, the sun helps us survive, right? The sun helps us survive. What else does it help survive or live or continue living? Our plants, right? Gives us energy. Wow, you guys learned a lot today. Gives us energy. Good. Does all those things for us, and it's really, really great. And if the sun were to die, what would happen? Yeah, the earth would not continue. Life here on earth would die. Right. I don't know what would happen. Okay. So now we are going to create our own sun. Okay? I want you guys to do the layers. Here's a picture of what we will be doing. Okay? And you will create your own sun. And I want you guys to write down each layer that we learned today and a sentence, something interesting. You each have the article. You can look it up and see what's something interesting about each layer. For example, we'll start with the core, right? What's something interesting we learned about the core? That's where all the energy comes from. That's where our energy on this earth comes from, right? The core, that's so important. Without the core, there'd be no light. There'd be no sun. So that's an interesting thing we can write down and write our sentences, okay? Good job today, class. Thank you so much for listening and paying attention. I really, really appreciate it.